welcome back to Jonah's boxing vlog with me, Jonah,
Eddie Morris,
Adrian Houldey.
Adrian Houldey.
and because I've been doing because we are doing that again, because we have over the sound everything, so this is going to be an awesome interview.
Right, you both ready, lads?
Yes.
Round two.
Round
two. Here we go.
Ding ding. Right, AD, tell us a little bit where you grew up and what sort of age you went into boxing.
Well, I lived in Tipton first. We used to move houses a lot for some reason. I don't know why, but we just did. But we was moving to Friar Park, but it landed. If I did live with my uncle and auntie, it meant me starting at Willingsworth School, and I was moving in. It was a bit pointless sort of thing. So I think I'd done my fair share at Willingsworth, and it was the second year I started at Wednesbury, because it was the way it felt. The way we moved.
It's Willingsworth.
Yeah.
It's Willingsworth.
Yeah.
What sort of ages were when you come on to Wednesbury?
I must have that wrong, because I still must have been living at Tipton, because I was 10 when I started, when I went into the gym for the first time.
Is that Wednesbury IVC, yeah?
Yeah, I've only ever been to Wednesbury, yeah.
Right. So he's 10 years old, gone into the gym for the first time. What's your first impressions of walking in there?
It wasn't so bad, really, because it was like I was going on my own. I'd got my cousins, and they'd been going, I don't know how long they'd been like before I'd got there, but they'd obviously been there before me, so I just tagged along with them.
Do you have many other lads off the estate in the boxing at the same time then?
I think they was all quite local, but I didn't know nobody because I moved from
Tipton, wasn't you?
Yeah.
Tipton.
So
and where about you moved to Booth Road? Is that when you moved to Booth Road then?
Booth Road, yeah.
Right, so you've gone into the gym for the first time. So 10, just starting your first training sessions.
Yeah.
Do you want to tell us a bit about your first training sessions?
I'm trying to think now. It's been a while, eh? It was, like I say, I went with cousins and I just followed them, really, what they did. And
Out with nerves.
Yeah,
because you want to get with family members and whatever.
You know, I mean, when you go on your own, it's daunting.
Yeah, very daunting.
You know, but like I say, it wasn't bad because I had them to.
How did you find the training as a kid?
Once I got my fitness level up, I could, I could train. It wouldn't affect me. The only thing I couldn't do was morning training. I couldn't do morning training, like do a run. I couldn't do it.
Actually getting out of bed.
I could get out of bed.
Yeah, but
I couldn't get that second wind.
Yeah.
So no matter how far I run, overnight I could run. Once I got over the first mile and a half, I could run as far as I wanted. But I had to stop. But for some reason, morning training, I could never do it. I just couldn't get that second breath.
Yeah.
Mad, really.
So you're at Wednesbury now, first season, coming up to, what age was you when you went for your medical?
I was 11, but I should have had it before I did. But I injured myself over bloody Menzies School.
Yeah.
Wednesbury against Menzies. You know, the way you used to have
You
tear
used to, fisticuffs.
Yes, and what I'd done, I was on this patch of land and there was a brick, and I cut my ankle. I had to have 4 stitches in it.
All right.
And it killed me because I couldn't have my medical. So, because you had to wait then for the doctor to come round
again. Yeah, of course, and he was like...
which was probably been enough
6 months.
Yeah, 6 months.
Yeah, so that. Yeah.
So you've had your medical now. Do you remember much about your first season? How many fights you had, wins, loses, how tough it was?
I won my first 5. Yeah, I won my first 5 and I boxed a lad named, I think it was David Harris from Telford. I think that's the lad. It might be him. Well, that was either my 6th fight or first fight. I can't remember. I think it was him.
For everybody looking, this is Aid in the yellow as we just have a quick zoom in. Was that your first loss, was it, Aid?
I think it might have been, yeah. It was my 6th fight, and I lost. It was very rough and totally different to the last 5 opponents, which I.
Did it put you off at all being so young? That first loss?
It was nice because I was thinking through the fight, bloody hell, these kids are rough, and like, you know, it was hard work. But then, you know, I got through that fight, took the loss and trained hard, and I went about another 10 or 15 unbeaten then.
Is that in your first season? Was that in your first season?
Yeah, I probably had about, I don't know, we boxed regular day when we was younger. I probably had about, I don't know, 14 or something.
I had 14 my first season. I had 14 my first season.
I mean, because as long as you don't get stopped, you could box every week, couldn't you?
Yeah.
It was when you had a loss, you had to have a few breaks off.
No, it's if you got stopped.
Oh, if you got stopped,
you'd have 28 days.
Yeah, no, I see.
Yeah,
Joe, like, can we just come in into like the gloves? Just look how old I am, and he's like, we like have a pair of gloves, and like, yeah, we all have to wear it.
Yeah.
When we like, we had to like going through each. I mean, it's like, yeah, we had to box through some.
You're going in the gyms now, they're all.
Yeah, all lined up for you.
Yeah.
I actually love movies in there. Yeah, there's nothing like in the padding.
What was the gloves and the padding and the equipment like in your first season?
It was the same every season.
It never changed.
It was old.
The same gloves for me 4 years, I think.
Yeah.
And some of them with holes in, didn't we?
Yeah.
Like holes, like actual holes, like in the gloves.
It was. I mean, it's nothing like now, is it? Where I mean, all the equipment now is all high tech.
Yeah.
You know, top gear. We had to just make do with. I mean, them gloves would be illegal now, surely, wouldn't they?
How many ounces in them would you reckon?
There should have been 8, shouldn't they?
Yeah.
But they look about 12.
They look massive. Well, if you look at that in his head, yeah, you can kind of see.
So you're 14 8-ounce gloves back when you was juniors?
Yeah, there was an 8, were they?
8 ounce, yeah.
8 ounce when you was at schoolboy. Yeah, sure there was.
So after your first season, do you remember going into your second season of boxing, was you a bit more confident and all ready for it?
Yeah, the second season was, because I'd be 12 when I sold, that would be, I think that'd be the first schoolboy season, wouldn't it?
First year schoolboys.
Yeah.
It's in your second year, like you're saying, is it?
Yeah.
But when you go
it is.
to the schoolboys.
Because I think you can go in the schools 3 times, go you?
4, isn't he?
Is it 4, is he?
4 times.
Yeah. The schoolboy
12,
championships.
13, 14, 15, isn't it?
Yeah, it was 4 that morning. Schoolboy championships was. There was always everybody wanted to win that. Yeah.
That was the special one to win.
Yeah, I think it was because it was your first one.
Was that fighting against other local boxing clubs, or was it like Midlands based or national based for the schoolboys?
You'd have your schoolboys. You'd have your first round, second round, third, and then you'd have your Midlands final.
And then like your regional final and your national final, would it go like that? Regions for each area?
South Staffs, wouldn't you?
That's final. Birmingham final.
Yeah.
West Midlands final. Midlands final and quarters,
semi final. Yeah. We would have the Welsh in the quarters.
And then us,
the North.
The North, and then us in the South.
And the South in the final.
Do you remember your first schoolboys? How did you get on?
I lost in the final.
Lost? Oh, that would have been devastating.
Broke my heart. I don't know whether it was bad luck or
Fiction fighting in London.
But what it was, we had 3 there, mate. We had 3 in the final.
Yeah.
There was me and Lester and a lad named Dave Baggett. It was a close fight. I boxed a kid from London, West Ham, Benny Stafford.
I have a picture of that, don't we, with Adrian Baggett. But go on, actually.
And I was on last. Andy won, Dave won, and I probably still wouldn't have got it because the lad was from West Ham, which is a big club, really.
Yeah.
Back in the day, well, it still probably am. And I lost on a split decision, and it was devastating.
All that way. You get to the point, and as you mentioned, it is like heartbreaking age because we like in that ring, like you like had to be tough. You like when you lose, you have to be all when you're out that ring and you're like,
graceful in defeat. I was always told, be graceful in defeat.
But,
always keep your head up high.
that took a lot of getting over, that did.
I can imagine.
A lot of getting over.
And I bet you come back for vengeance in the next year.
No, I lost in the semi-final to Paul Ingle.
Another big name there, folks. Adrian Houldey fighting Paul Ingle in the school boys. Was it 13 then? 13?
I boxed. I had 4 fights up to Paul Ingle. I stopped everyone in the first round. Not, just off the jab, that was all. I want a big puncher, really, but just accurate. Really.
Accurate, very accurate. Well, you're right. Very accurate.
We both weighed at the same time. I seen this little kid. I was about 10 foot taller. This little kid with big ears, and I thought, yes, I'll win this. I'm in the final again. I'm definitely going to win it. And I lost on a split decision again. But it could have gone either way. So it was like the final, and he couldn't really mark.
What did Paul Ingle go on to win?
Yeah. I'd never heard of him up until I boxed him. But then, once he won that score by that year, he went on to win. He went to Olympics.
Every year. Yeah. Every single year, what I am.
He was in every final.
Yeah, in every final. Yeah.
And I was on the England squad with him, and he was well champion.
Do you remember who was training you in them days at Wednesbury ABC?
Yeah. When I got there, it was Lenny Wilkes was the main coach. But Len was only there. Well, Len was there years, but Errol sort of took over.
He was a new breed, wasn't he, Errol?
Yeah.
I mean, he was like a new breed.
He was young,
yeah, hungry.
Yeah,
and you know, I was say, was Errol like and Wilkes? He was. Lenny Wilkes was old school, but he had a lot of patience, and it meant Errol like you had to do that, do this, that.
Yeah.
And you know, like, any laziness, and then Errol like, well.
Who else was out there coaching? So you had Errol, Lenny Wilkes. Who else was there back then?
Soy.
Nelson.
Nelson, Soy, the little Bill.
Yeah, Bill. Paul Alpin. Oh, Bob.
Yeah, Bobby.
Bobby Plant. He
helped
as well.
He's finger now. He's on pros. Any Bob.
Yeah. He does all the. He's a cook name. Yeah.
So in your first few seasons,
wasn't he?
Yeah, he was.
In your first few seasons, did you win many trophies and medals and prizes?
Yeah. I after I lost in the semi-finals of the schools, I could then enter the junior ABAs, A and B, which I won both.
Brilliant.
Was that when you was 13, 14, man?
Yeah. I won Class A, and then you can enter again the following season, Class B, and I won them as well. And I won the NABCs, and I lost in the final.
You was busy in that season. How many fights you had in that season then?
I think you'd average about between 15 and 21. It depended if you was in the championships, wouldn't you? Because obviously you'd have more fights if you was in the championships.
And was you still fighting on regular shows for the club as well as championships to take that momentum on?
Yeah, but what I did notice, the better you got,
you had to make favour of field. You had to
and you had less fights. Yeah. It was harder to match.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah, you know, you'd have to go on the Midland squads.
Yeah.
There was not many. There weren't many fighters, you know, local. You'd have to, like you say, give favour to field and fight.
Yeah, once you'd stepped up, you were doing that. Nobody local's going to say, "I'll get him without you." Then, so.
No.
Was there many clubs local still then for your inter-club boxing?
Oh, there's loads.
Yeah, there was. I mean, there's more now, but like there was still quite.
You'd have had like your Warsaw, your Dudley,
Pleck,
Wolverhampton, Pleck,
Windmill, Jimmy Windmill,
Bilston Golden Gloves.
Jimmy Windmill, he's a funny bloke and all. Jimmy Windmill,
he's
Noah's.
Yeah.
And I'll tell me for years that somebody booted him and also kicked him in the face.
Yeah, I heard that.
I asked him the once. Shut up. Who tells you that? His nose was like that. You got kicked in the nose by us. Yes, okay, yes, we're coming up to the end of
part one.
Yes, thank you. And we will We will be back shortly with part 2, everybody. Thank you very much.